I am Aligir Lingappa, Assistant Professor. So today's my branch is Atomic and Molecular Physics. So 5.1 paper. Under that branch, Vector Atom Model. So chapter name. Then concept of a spatial quantization topic name. So program BSc, subject physics, semester 5th semester, University Vijayanagara Krishna Devara University, Ballari. So session number 17. So vector atom model or concept of a spatial quantization. A learning objective. Orbital motion of electron, a spinning motion of electron, the multiple structure of spectral lines in the simplest hydrogen atom, so-called fine structure of hydrogen atom, then angular momentum. So these are the learning objective. Session outcomes, orientation of orbits, a spin angular momentum, azimuthal quantum number, the intensities of lines, complex spectra of alkali metals like sodium. Prerequisites, concept of the magnetic field, a spin angular momentum, something about fine structure of hydrogen atom, then a spin angular momentum. Vector atom model. It is an extension of Bose-Sommerfield's atom model. It was devised to cover new fields of experimental research, particularly in the interpretation of complex spectral phenomena. The earlier methods or model were inadequate in explaining the following facts. What we know that Bose atomic model than the postulates. According to Bose atomic model, the atom is spherical in shape, which consists of a central massive and a positively charged nucleus, around which negatively charged electrons are revolving in different orbits. And then as long as the electrons which are revolving in the orbits, they do not radiate any energy, so-called non-radiating orbits. The electrons are revolving in a circular orbit which possesses the angular momentum, so-called L is equal to mv, R is equal to nh by 2 pi, where n is so-called principal quantum number which can take the value 1, 2, 3, 4, so up to infinity. Then a fourth postulate, the electron which emits radiation only when it jumps from higher energy orbit to a lower energy orbit. That means h nu is equal to u2 minus e1. Then Sommerfield's was introduced to new concept, so called according to him, whatever the electrons which are revolving around the nucleus in the elliptical orbit. Then what about the facts which could not explain by the Bose-Sommerfield's atomic models? Bohr theory could not explain the multiple structure of spectral lines in the simplest hydrogen atom. Sommerfield's theory explained the fine structure or spin structure lines. It gave no information about the intensities of lines. It could not explain the complex spectra of alkali metals like sodium. The older models were inadequate to explain new discoveries like Zeeman effect and Stark effect. Here, Zeeman effect means the splitting up of spectral lines in the presence of magnetic field. A Stark effect, the splitting up of spectral lines in the presence of electric field. Bohr's model could not explain how the orbital electrons in an atom are distributed around the nucleus. Therefore, in order to explain complex spectra of atoms and their relations to atomic structure, the vector atom model was introduced. Two essential features of the vector atom model, they are a spatial quantization and the spin electron hypothesis, so called the spinning electron hypothesis. So here the vector atom model, it was introduced new two things, then a spatial quantization and then the spinning electron hypothesis. Then what about the concept of spatial quantization? The space quantization of an atom in a magnetic field whose quantum states corresponding to a limited number of possible angles between the directions of the angular momentum and the magnetic intensity, that means the direction of magnetic field. Bohr-Sommerfeld's model of atom does not impose any restriction on the direction of orientation of the orbits. The orbital plane of the electrons may have any orientations in this space. The orbits are quantized with regard to their magnitude, namely size and shape. But quantum theory demands much more than this. That is the direction or quantization of the space or orientation of the orbits. To quantize spatially, we need a preferred direction with respect to which the orbits have their orientations. Such a favored directions may be provided by an external field of force of magnetic field or electric field. In this case, the orbits may be deformed by the external field. Here we have a limiting condition to the external field. That is, a field should tend to 0 so that the orbits are not deformed. The components of the orbital vector and the external field direction must be quantized. So, when the magnetic field, if it is applied, the orientations of the orbits, they will take place. There are of only a limited number of orientations, so called, which depend upon the strength of the magnetic field, and the orientations, they must be quantized. So let PL is the orbital angular momentum and B is the external magnetic field. So intensity of the external magnetic field. Then according to rules of spatial quantization, so which are proposed by Sommerfeld, only those orientations of PL are possible for which its component along the field direction can have the values given by PL cos pi or cos theta, which is equal to ML H cross by 2 pi, where pi is the angle between PL and B, where ML is the magnetic quantum number for orbital motion, so called magnetic orbital quantum number. So for a given value of L, you can take it have 2L plus 1 times of orientations. That means cos pi is equal to ML by PL, magnetic quantum number by orbital angular momentum. So cos pi is equal to ML by PL. Just you see the diagram. So here the diagram which gives the possible orientations in the presence of magnetic field, where theta or pi that indicates the angle of orientation. It is the angle between orbital momentum and external magnetic field direction. So the left diagram that indicates if suppose L is equal to 2, then the orientations which are possible -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. There are 5 orientations. L Z is equal to 2h cross. That means 2h by 2 pi. Lz is equal to h cross. Lz is equal to 0. Lz is equal to minus h. Lz is equal to minus 2h cross. So just to see the diagram, that indicates what about the possible orientations of the orbits in the presence of magnetic field. Then what about the applications of this special quantization? So it is used to determine the total angular momentum of an electron. It is used to determine the intensities of the spectral lines. It is used to study the complex spectra of alkali metals like sodium. So these are some of the applications of spatial quantization. So now we discuss about multiple choice questions. So first one, in the wave mechanics, mechanical model of an atom, degenerate energy levels have equal energy, equal number of electrons, same shape, electrons with the same spin. So first one is the correct answer. That means equal energy. Paired electrons in an atom have equal values of all of the 4 quantum numbers. True or false? So false, because Pauli's exclusion principle, no 2 electrons have equal values of all of the 4 quantum numbers. The number of atomic orbits in the nth shell is given by n square, 2n square, 2n plus 1, then n minus 1, say n square. The first model of atom in 1898 was proposed by Rutherford, Albert Einstein, J.J. Thomson and Niels Bohr. So first atomic model was J.J. Thomson's model, Plum-Pudding model. So according to him, atom spherical in shape, where the electrons which are distributed like the distribution of seeds in the watermelon, so-called is the correct answer. How many orbits can I have the following set of quantum numbers? So only one orbit. L is equal to 3, L is equal to 1, ML is equal to 0. So these are the multiple choice questions. Then which are the references we need for the study of vector atom model, so-called spatial quantization? Modern Physics by B.V.N. Rao, the Modern Physics Volume 2 by Basavaraj Omkar Publications, Concept of Modern Physics by S.L. Gupta and S. Gupta, Modern Physics by Murugesan, then College Physics Volume 3 by Sundarajan and others. Thank you.